What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Kurtis and Dani's Quest for the Best.
See you there.
What's up, guys? So today we're going to be testing out some of Steamworks beers today. Steamworks, if you haven't known who they are by any chance, they're actually based out of Vancouver, BC, in the iconic Gastown area. They were first established in 1995, and they're actually the first brewery in Canada to actually implement a steam-fired system, which I thought was actually really cool when I was researching that. So, yeah, so the beers that we're actually going to be testing out today are going to actually be their Pink Hazy Pale Ale, their Black Angel IPA, their North by Northwest IPA, and a Flagship IPA. So there's a lot of IPAs on today's list, but let's just dive right into it. So the first beer we're going to be trying out here today, guys, is the Hazy IPA. This one here is a 5% beer. So the label on this one actually looks pretty like simplistic.
What's pretty cool? Sorry to cut you off now, but like what's cool is like how you kind of have to spin the can to see what's going on in it. So they really make you look at it. Sorry, go ahead though.
Yeah, so like with Steamworks, they tend to kind of keep all their labeling for the most part the same. I think they're pretty well known for their golden kind of rim and just their lettering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It usually stands out pretty well. This is a pretty basic design, but they tend to kind of have a very like iconic kind of older looking style to their artwork, which I think kind of goes to the figure of just that the steam iconic steam clock that we have here in Vancouver, BC.
In Gastown.
So let's just try this out.
Rock and roll. Best sound. All right. It's so satisfying.
Alright,
making out.
beer's getting a little warm on us here.
Deej the connoisseur.
Alrighty. So just like looking at the color here, let it settle down a little bit.
A little more murky there, right? A lot of the IPAs have that tendency to be a bit more murky. Not all, but a lot.
I guess, yeah, hence of the, I think the reason why they call it hazy to begin with, kind of thing.
Hazy. But yeah, it's pretty cool though, man. So
oh yeah, cheers.
Well, I didn't know. Cheers, guys. Yeah, I don't mind that. A bit heavier. Hits kind of in the back of the palate there. Good though, but it tastes.
This one got it's hoppy for sure. It's got like
there's a bitter note in it.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like there's like
Good though, still good. Actually, I don't mind that actually. You know, it's one of those beers that you kind of have to taste and then kind of let it sit for a second. It's good though. You gotta really get it on the palate.
It's got like an oaky kind of taste to it.
Yeah, actually, that's a good description of it. Yeah.
It's actually really kind of hard. It's kind of challenging here, not being a, Somalia here. So.
Actually, yeah, that's interesting.
It's got a very very like subtle, distinct taste to it.
I get more of like a thicker kind of like taste though. Like it tastes, it's a little like heavier than when we were trying the other beers.
Yeah.
It's good though. I like it though. It definitely, this screams like summer beer for me. Definitely summer beer. Any kind of IPA, good summer beer. And again, guys, a good pairing with any IPA, just a good barbecue, man. Just have it if you're having a good time with friends. Any kind of poultry goes a great pairing with any IPA. So keep that in mind. Yeah, not bad.
I think this is actually, to me, it's more of a fall kind of beer, actually.
Really?
Taste to it. Yeah, fall? Just kind of more kind of like the term I use there is organic kind of feel to it.
Is good
organic, naturey kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to really pinpoint a
exactly kind of thing.
It's good though. It is good. Not knocking it anyway, but like I mean, just it has a certain characteristic to it. If that makes any sense. If you guys have tried it, you know what we mean. But if we're trying to explain it, it's kind of hard to sell this one It's interesting, man. It's kind of like a mystery beer. Like it can be perceived in so many different ways, but it's kind of comes down to like a preference, I would say. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm not entirely sure what separates an IPA from like a hazy IPA.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm kind of lost there too. But it's all in all, it's good. I mean, if we're gonna rate it, I'm gonna probably give it a 7. That's what
I'd probably go around 7 or 8, 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah.
So good beer, man. I don't know.
So moving on to our next beer that we're gonna be trying here from Steamworks here, guys, is their
North by Northwest.
North by Northwest IPA.
Sorry, guys.
This one here is actually what percentage of this is? This one's a 6.8, so it's kind of kicking it up a notch here a little bit here, guys. So let's just try it out. Actually, just before we kind of dig in there, it's got a bit of a unique kind of label to it. Again, as you can see, it's got that iconic kind of like gold rim around it, which they have actually with all their beers, as far as I know.
Actually, if I can intervene for 2 seconds, I actually just caught this while Kurt was talking. But like Steamworks being in Vancouver, right? It's kind of Vancouver beer, gas town, all that fun stuff. And what's really cool about this one specifically, and I want to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I only saw this as I was talking to Kurt, or as I was listening to Kurtis talk. They've actually got on here, if you can see that, they've got Vancouver and the steam pod.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, I just caught this now, guys, but I'll show both cameras here. But if you guys can see here, it might be a little hard to see, but we'll mention it in descriptions and all that. But they've got actually like a little map going on. It's got Vancouver right there, and it's got the classic steam clock. So anyways, I'll try and do this in like description. I know it's gonna be hard to see, guys. Kind of blurry. Anyways, I'll explain it here. What they've got on the can is they have a map of Vancouver, and it has like a little dot with Vancouver on it, and then it has a steam clock on it. So I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see here, but if you guys have some zoom in function, we'll help you out in edits. But yeah, anyways, it's kind of cool. It's like a little historical kind of thing going, for where they originated in Gastown. So I think that's a nice little touch, to show their own identity within the can.
Yeah, it's kind of giving it like its own little storyline kind of thing and history or whatever. So
yeah, dude, look at that Whistler, Vancouver. That's cool. It's like the locations of where they're established, Victoria.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Actually, you really got to look. Cool, man. Hey, we're learning something too. Rock and roll.
Alrighty, let's just crack this baby open and see what it tastes like.
And it's like the symphony of IPA, not symphony of destruction. Symphony of IPA destruction. Actually, hey Dave and Sam, if you're watching this, if we could use Symphony of Destruction as background music, awesome. Let's see what that is. IPA. IPA.
Alright, cheers, man.
Cheers. 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 Lighter than the last one. You can even see the color. Really clear.
This one actually, right away, the first thing that kind of comes out of it is actually, it's got like a coppery kind of taste to it actually. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Man, that's like I don't think I've ever had a beer that tastes kind of like this, to be honest. It's definitely,
it's a lighter tasting.
It's unique.
See, that's the thing too, guys. You got to be careful because like some beers, not to scare anybody, but I'm just saying like that. Some beers like they can look, like this, nice and clear, but it's like 6.8, right? And it's an IPA. But then you can get some other ones like the hazy, or whatever hazy beer you're having. But like IPAs too, they can be murky. They can be anything. It's what you put in it that kind of defines a beer. But like this is actually, I actually really like this. It's actually a nice kind of like subtle kind of, I don't know. It's good. Like I don't know how to explain it. I just like it. You got to kind of try it for yourself. I know we have to kind of explain it to you guys to let you know how it's going, but it's nice. Actually, it's just really satisfying.
Yeah, like, and this beer, like I would probably pair it with like a burger or
yeah, yeah. Actually, this is good barbecue,
like a good hearty salad kind of thing.
Yeah. No, really good.
This is definitely probably the most unique like taste beer I've had in a really long time, to be honest.
Yeah,
and I've had quite a few beers in my days, so yeah, like I actually like this one. It's very unique.
Yeah. Even just going over our notes, like I can't even find anything to really kind of pair it with. I would honestly, man, just barbecue. I would say good, out with your friends and have a good time. You have this and you have, good poultry. Actually, even this might actually be pretty good with fish. depending on like a salmon or something like that. You know,
I definitely see that. Yeah.
that'd be nice. Take in mind, guys. Sorry to cut you off, man, but like take in mind, guys, that this is just our opinion too. You can really have any beer you want with anything that you want to have, right? It's like a drink, right? You can have any drink with what you want to eat, but just we're kind of giving just a good reference to what we would kind of do with it. But you know, take it as you will. But sorry, man, go ahead.
I'm probably gonna give this actually 10 out of 10,
Really?
which is really hard to do,
Wow.
but just it's just in my opinion, it's just really unique that I just can't. I can't get past that point where it's like wow, it's just like kind of like playing mind games, like
It's refreshing.
for
It's a good
taste
beer.
and stuff like that. So I really enjoy it. So props to Steamers on this one. This is gold.
Hey, you got a 10 out of 10 from Kurt, man. Yeah, I'm close to 10. I'm probably gonna give this about an 8.5. It's a really good beer. Yeah, no, it's a great beer. I'm kind of mixed. Like these last two beers have been tough to kind of pinpoint.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, this is a solid beer though. It's solid. You know, I'm almost sitting on a 9, but so we'll go 8.7. But it's really good. So yeah, cheers, Steamworks. Great job. And honestly, I'd almost give it a 10 just for having the map of, you know, the breweries and all that. Like this is unreal, man. Like I think this is really cool. They have like Nanaimo, Victoria, Vancouver, Whistler. You know, obviously all where they're established, Steamworks. You know, I just think that's really cool, really unique to your country and where you're living, and it's awesome, man. Good to see you. So cheers, Steamworks. Oh man, this is gonna be a nut buster. This one. It's heavy.
So moving on to our next beer here, guys, we're gonna be
Angel of
trying.
Death.
Yeah. It's actually the Black Angel IPA. %. So we're starting to kick it up here a little bit. So here we go.
Let's see
Let's
this
try
one.
it out. Actually, just before that, again,
Oh yeah, artwork and all. Kind of like
this one here. So again, you know, you got that iconic kind of copper rim around it again. Everything it seems to be to me is that everything to do with their labeling tends to be around like copper based. It seems to be very engineered around like, you know, the early 1900s and 1800s kind of thing.
yeah.
Probably to go back in the early history of Vancouver and Gastown and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It tends to kind of go back in the roots of the early days of Vancouver here. So other than that, you know, it's relatively basic here.
Let's try
It
this.
says it's 10 cents. I wish it was only 10 cents, but let's try this out.
Awesome, man.
Definitely just hit the moon.
8-pack beer, 10 cents.
That lovely
Oh.
sound once again.
Beautiful.
Can't beat that.
That's how you can start out.
Right away, you can already see that
A little darker.
kind of like that chocolate looking, like caramel looking color.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't
Guys
really
can see
smell. I can't really smell it right now. That's for
Check
sure.
it out. Oh man, the memories are flashing back to me, man. So, outside of beer tasting, I've tried this one before, and yeah, if you're looking for a night ender, this is the one to go with. Not that it's a bad beer, I just mean it's stronger. So please, guys, if you're choosing to drink this kind of stuff, just drink, you know, at a house or something like that. You can go out to a bar, but like save this as like the first one or something like that, because it is pretty heavy and it can hit you pretty quick. So just eat some food, you know, keep it safe, you know, get home alive, please, you know. Anyways, so with that being said, let's try
Cheers.
the Black Angel IPA. Oh yeah, memory flashbacks here. It's actually pretty good though. I mean, it's not bad.
Oh,
Having
this
it
I
in
love this.
You got to be sober to try this. Is what I'm trying to say. It's good though.
This one is it's very like chocolate kind of
Oh, actually.
oak type of it's pretty much almost kind of like a stout without it actually being a stout. I actually really enjoy this beer. Maybe perhaps in another episode we'll try out Dark Matter. This reminds me of that very much.
Oh,
And I
that's
also-
right. Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot. And I'm not really a darker beer type of person, but this one for sure
Takes a cake.
You know, kind of is the exception to the rule, I guess you could say.
Do you have another 10 there, or what are you saying?
This one here,
between 8 to 10. I'm pretty much on a. For me, it's a 9. I'm calling this a 9. I do like this beer a lot. So
you know what? I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 as well, just because it's very well balanced.
Steamworks killing it.
Yeah, very well balanced.
Nice.
I
do
very
agree.
subtle,
It's
very
good beer.
subtle kind of taste to it. Like the aftertaste even too.
Nice color too, by the way.
Yeah, this is
Shut up,
definitely a beer that like you want to kind of sit back and kind of enjoy.
Check that out, guys. Great color to it.
Guys, I got the birds going on here. Beer's getting a little warm here, guys. But yeah, like this is definitely a beer for me that I would, you know, if I was sitting just chilling and relaxing, reading a book, or just, you know, like today, like a rainy day. This is a very like relaxing kind of end of your day kind of beer kind of thing. It's definitely not a beer that I would just be like to shoot back on. This is a very kind of one of those kind of like
Yeah, take
beers.
it slow, guys. Take it slow.
One of those beers that I would, you know,
Relax. You know.
relax and enjoy
And
the
wine.
taste of it kind of thing. It's a very well balanced, really well balanced flavored beer in my opinion.
Yeah. Nice. Hey guys. Steamworks, you heard it. 10 out of 10. That's 2 from this package. I mean, I'm still yet to give out my 10, but it might become with the flagship. But I gave it a 9. Kurt's giving it a 10. So this is a solid beer, guys, through and through. Just make sure that you please enjoy this liquor responsibly, okay? Cheers.
Before we move on to the next beer, actually with this beer here too, I think it would pair very well with like either, you know, some sliders, burgers, or even like a roast or prime rib,
A roast,
you know, that kind of stuff.
Well, isn't there? Sorry to cut you off, man, but isn't there like, you know, like how you can take like a what is it? I think it's a roast, but like a beef roast, and you can marinate it with like a beer, and like some people do Guinness and stuff like that. I think this would be a nice like dark roasted kind of, you know, put the beer in with your what do you call it, mise en place?
Yeah,
So
I could
carrots
see
and
definitely
onions and
marinating like gamey kind of meat with this.
There we go.
Definitely
Sorry.
would
Butchering my top. Guys.
definitely do
Sorry.
it very
Kurt's
well.
out.
So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Definitely giving this one a 10 out of 10. So moving on to the next beer, guys.
Rock and roll.
So last but not least, very final product of the day
Flagship.
is the Flagship IPA. So this is obviously their most iconic IPA that they have out there right now. So
We got a percentage of. Oh man, I was trying to look over top. We got a 6.7.
6.7. So it's a pretty solid percentage here.
Vanna White, man.
Also, in between each beer that we try, we're going to be mentioning all the stats. But the IBU on this one is a 65, so it's actually a pretty solid
right.
IPU, actually.
That's right, yeah.
So yeah, just again, their Steamworks. I find they like a lot of their pictures and stuff like that for their brand. They try to really focus it around, I think, the history of Gastown. I think they keep it relatively simple and a simple layout, that is. So yeah, let's just dig right in, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, sorry, we'll make this disappear, by the way, too. This is from the last video. Go on. Editing magic. Good sound.
You're gonna have to,
Sorry.
you're gonna have to
Take
fucking
two.
drink up, you little bitch. Cool.
Sorry, I'm trying to go too fast.
Alrighty.
Cool. Okay. Here we go. Jesus Christ.
And then pour this first.
Man, that Black Angel.
Jesus. Foam Central going on here.
There.
Gonna have some issues going on with our beer right now here.
We'll show Kurtis how to pour here, guys. Now let's look at the camera. Experience, man. As they spill. Just kidding. Joking, guys. We're actually, if we want to talk about the quality of beer here, honestly, now Flagship has a really good rep, and already, like, I mean, just looking at this too, yeah, yes, it's kind of murky and all that, but it's really kind of a nice, solid color. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've had this a couple times before, and it's a very good beer. So expecting great things here. Honestly, like, just by looking at this, I'm probably going to give it a 10. But we'll try it anyways, but I've had this in the past. So, good high hopes here.
Man, I couldn't tell the difference, to be honest. Like, it's cloudy, but it looks relatively smooth. So,
check this out, guys. Kind of see that? Great beer, though. Honestly, it's going to be a 10. Such a good beer.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man. Cheers, guys. 10. Sorry, just automatic 10. I love this beer so much. I don't know what your thoughts, man. I don't kind of take.
It's a very like light, like citrusy kind of flavor to it.
Yeah, keynote with the Steamworks, you guys. If you ever come across this beer, if you're here, say you're traveling, you come through Canada and you come through Vancouver and Gastown and all that. A lot of the beers too, from like microbreweries up to like the bigger breweries and all that, they've really started experimenting like they have been doing in the States, Portland, Oregon, and all that. They've really been trying to conquer the microbrewery, and the microbreweries have really been experimenting a lot with citrus, and it's actually been a big revolution. It's been very, very popular, especially with summer. Citrus beers, good heat, vitamin D, all that fun stuff. They go hand in hand, and a beer like this too, and with Steamworks as well. They love their citrus, right? And it's kind of their staple. It's what's made their name, and it's how good they are. And then obviously they do their own things for brewing and all that fun stuff. But it's beers like this too, man, in my honest opinion, that are just so good. So, and they have a nice balance with the citrus. You can do citrus at like any way you want when you're making beers, but it's when you get it right. And for me, it's this beer, Flagship IPA. It's just a game changer. So, so I kind of got.
Yeah, for me, like I
love it.
It's a good beer. It's a good beer. It's relatively simplistic, I think, for the most part.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet for sure. I'd probably give this one, an 8 or 9 out of 10. Again, everyone has their own preference here.
Yeah, guys. Again, take it as this is just our opinion, right? But you guys have the ultimate say. You know yourself, right? You know what you like. So, don't take our ratings too much to heart. But this is where we kind of stand on it. Kurtis has already given Steamworks 2 10s. So Steamworks is honestly like, if you average it out, 8 to 9 on the scale factor from us. So that's pretty good. So take it as you want. But Steamworks is a great company, and it's just great beer. So cheers.
So, like, what would you say would be your favorite one to like probably your least favorite in this?
If I had to choose, man. So honestly, guys, I'm kind of going with what I was saying here. I'm going with the Flagship #1. Then we'll go Black Angel, but then we'll go Northwest, and then we'll go to Hazy. But that's kind of where I'm at with this. I don't know, help yourself, man.
Yeah, I think for myself, I probably had to start out with actually the Black Angel. I wasn't actually expecting it to be kind of like darker ale to it, a very like chocolatey, like caramel kind of flavor. I like that beer as a very like just a chill kind of relaxing kind of just like enjoying the flavors of it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Probably followed by the Hazy IPA. And it's kind of a mix up really. Like there's no right or wrong for me here with any of them. I really actually enjoyed all of them. Steamworks, for the most part, like even when they experiment with stuff, they do a really good job of putting together some great beer. So props to you guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope to see you guys in the next video.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Until next time. Cheers. This whole beer's thing. You know what? We're just gonna drink, guys.